Time to get back into Titans franchise. We have the Rams as the first game of this video and the Colts as the second game. The Rams are definitely good. Not sure how they are going to be in Madden. They lost their first game, but they are good. Going over some of the stats from last game, I know I said I did throw a lot to DK, which I believe is now the right pronunciation of his last name. But on reception wise, I'm not too far off of what Cincy did and Arizona did with their top guys. So I actually don't feel it was that bad. I do think we need to spread the ball around a little bit more, but if he's open, I'm throwing to him. He's good, and I think he is going to develop into our superstar. But we'll obviously have to see, and if he keeps his leaderboard spot. But I do like to find that guy and throw to him a lot. I like my number ones. So yeah, that was the stats where we are at. Nobody else is in the top 3, but it's, yeah, you know, we're not the greatest team. We had a decent week 1. It wasn't the greatest, but the Broncos were a better team, and we had some good showing. Good showing. I liked some of the stuff I saw, but obviously we want to win games. So that's the goal, obviously. But going over one other interesting thing that I mentioned in the end of last video is the trade offers for Tony Pollard. You guys know I kind of have decided to go with Spears over him, obviously just because of development. But the one interesting offer is this one from the Broncos. They're willing to give me Zach Allen at 28, 86 overall star dev, and a 3rd round pick this coming draft, and a 7th of the next draft after that. I do think that's kind of a crazy deal to pass up. No other deals are very interesting. Like the Browns are offering me Joel Bitonio at 33. I get he's an 85 and an offensive lineman, but and only a 7th when they're offering me a young D-Dackle still. He's as young as Jeffrey Simmons. I mean, yes, we do have Sweat, and I do want to see him develop, but 86 is a huge upgrade. So it's definitely an interesting thing. I may accept that one. Other than that, there's not anything very interesting for him, but it was just interesting for Zach Allen. I think he's a beast up the middle that could be someone we would like to add. So that's the offers. We're not going to do it at this moment, but I may consider it after this game. I want to see how Spears plays and how many reps Tony Pollard gets. If he doesn't get any, then I don't see the reason to have him around if I'm going to just play Spears, because he's going to go down in overall at the end of the year from regression no matter what. So we'll get into weekly strategies here. Same as last week, except they changed out my thing, so I will go ahead and set that up and get into training practice and show you when we get gold. We'll be using the same 3 guys, which is Ward, DK, and our left end rookie. Gold for Cam Ward, gold for DK, gold for our rookie left edge rusher. All right, here we go. First home game of the season, and it's a torrential downpour. Wonderful. We're not looking good, but here comes your Tennessee Titans. Looks amazing. And there are the Rams. They allowed and gained basically the same amount of yards, right around 3. And we allowed a little bit more yards, definitely, but we did gain A lot of yards. It wasn't bad on offense last week, but defense was terrible. I think we stopped them one time, maybe, at most. Alright, here comes the kick. And it is off, officially. Here we go, Rams, Titans. Let's see if we can get something going right away on defense. Here comes Matthew Stafford. Beautiful career. Beautiful career. Bad teams, but beautiful career. Alright, here we go. Their first play. Puka in motion. Looks like a run. And tackled for a loss by Jones. Alright, 2nd and 11. Another run. Oh, yep. Oh, we got blown up, and I kind of rushed too far because I thought he was getting blown up. Alright, 3rd and 5. This could be a statement stop right here. We need to stop. Don't see any. Really? Really? Alright, never mind. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Here they go with a run, and he's blown up again. Jeffrey Simmons. Alright, 2nd and 13. Being able to stop their run game, but not passing. Only a 1-yard gain. Alright, 3rd and 12. This could be another big stop. Here we go. And they run, and I'm all over it. And it's 4th and 10. Nice stop by the Tennessee Titans. Winston Jr. in on the tackle. Alright, here comes the return, and they kick it out of bounds. We're going to get it at the 18. Here comes Cam Ward. Going to take it easy on the first play and just try to get a run going. Let's get under the ball and let's get it going. Okay. Verse was able to shed. Alright, 2nd and 12. Here we go. Dyke over the middle. Breaks the tackle. Almost was free. DK. Why the heck did I say Dyke again? DK. Alright, back to trying to establish the run with Spears. He slipped a little bit. 4-yard run, not terrible. Last week was decent. Alright, halfback screen, here we go. Didn't work last week, didn't work this week either. I just have not had enough time on the halfback screens. 3rd and 6, this is an important down. We really need this. Cam Ward, nope. On the run, couldn't make the throw. Should have just stayed in the pocket. And we're going to have to punt. Here comes the punt. Decent. As long as we can get down there. Yep, call it fair catch. They have it from the 23. Alright, defense has to show up again. Nice blow up again in the backfield. Another 2-yard loss. Jeffrey Simmons is on fire. 2nd and 12. Here we go. Nothing right now. Blow him up. Fumble. We got the ball. Let's go. I just felt it there. I could feel it. Him crashing down on him and blowing him up. And it totally worked out. We have the ball right outside the red zone. That is beautiful. Alright, here comes the Tennessee offense. Gonna start with a run. Really need just something on these runs. Got to bounce it outside. Middle was covered. Loss of 1 no matter what. Alright, 2nd and 11 pass. Here we go. Not liking it. Not liking it. Not liking it. Just going to dump it down. Try to... Oh, and he broke a tackle. Wow, nice gain. Alright, 3rd and 2. Here we go. Back shoulder pass to Dyke. DK. Here comes the run. Outside run. Gonna cut it up. It was 2 yards. Definitely not feeling the run so much. Here we go. That sucks. That really sucks. I thought we had him outside. I think I threw it late. If I threw it earlier, it would have been a reception. And that is the end of the first quarter. Not great play by our offense in this game, and that was bad on my part. But we definitely have had some decent defense play. I got the one hole, and the other hole was wide open. Alright, we need to lock in here. We need to Get something going. What the heck is going on? Oh. Alright. We really need something to go our way here. Decent hit. But they got the first down. It was a fine stop, but they got the first down, so it doesn't really matter. And what is 23 Winston? I think it's Winston doing. All right, here we go. 2nd and 4. Williams in the backfield. Gonna try to get it outside. And he's gonna lose 2 yards and an injury timeout. Did we injure Williams? Believe he's the injured player. Yes. He is. That could be good for us. Alright, their backup, I believe, is Corum, or I'm not exactly sure the backup's name, and I cannot read it, and I'm not sure what this play is or what he's doing. Another takeaway by our defense. Our defense is on fire this week. Baker with the interception. Gonna try to keep pushing this run. I want to keep consistent. I just don't feel very good, but there is a nice hole on this one, and it's a pickup of 9 for Spears. All right, we are a 2nd and 1. Just gonna hand it to Spears again. Decent run. Got off of that guy. That was my bad. I ran into him a little bit, but Spears broke the tackle. All right, we're seeing some life from our offense on the run game. Just going to try to feed it a little bit more. And Spears is off to the races. What, 13-yard pickup? I believe. Let's let this offensive line cook and keep us going. Pollard in, and he sucks. Gonna pass on 2nd and 9. Just try something different. Come on, Camboard. Come. Got back to the line of scrimmage. I thought he was going to be fast enough. That D end was fast. All right, here we go. 3rd and 9. Let's try to pick this up. Spears out of the backfield. Nice catch. He's having a heck of a game. Another first down from him. I will definitely say this playbook is weird, and the plays we get in our coach suggestion are not what I'm always looking for. Ridley, get a few yards. Nice catch. 5 yards. All right, gonna try to hand it off to Spears. See if we can get something. They had a guy there. Luckily, I was able to miss him. We don't get tackled for loss. And that is your 2-minute warning. 0-0 with us in the red zone. All right, haven't been able to get these halfback screens working the whole time, so let's do it on the most important down. 3rd down. And Spears is wide open. And touchdown, Spears. Nice play. Titans up 6, hopefully 7. Spears with a beautiful reception. All right, here is the extra point. And it is good. Almost blocked, I felt. All right, here is the kick. Let's see if we can get something on defense. Let's keep this defensive momentum up. All right, it is 1st and 10 for the LA Rams. Got some motion going on. Lots of motion. Any day now. Just for a run. Now all that motion just for a run, and he's going to break free. Dang. Okay, they're going hurry up. Let's get into something different. Here we go. Oh, they have someone open on 1st and 10. All right, 2nd and 3. Going man. This could be a mistake. This could be a run. Yep, that's what I was thinking. They have to use a timeout. Injury timeout. It's Jones for us. All right. Not great. Not the worst thing. We got backups that can play. I don't like this. Let's get into some cover 3. Nice hit to Puka and keep him in bounce. He will return soon, so that's all right. All right. First and 10 for the Rams. They go with a run. That's interesting. Are they settling for the... Or what? That was a crazy run. I have no idea. There's a flag. To hold? Yes. That helps us. It does stop the clock, but it does back them up 10 yards. Gives us a chance to get them out of field goal range, actually. Here we go. First and 20. Oh, nice cut. All right, second and 14 for them. Here we go for the down. 42 seconds left. A lot of deep players. And is that Jeffrey Sim? Nope, that's Calais Campbell. Back-to-back weeks, I believe. Showing up. I'm not sure if that was preseason, if I'm getting mixed up with preseason or regular season, but I know he showed up for the when we need him. Wow, that's a hit. It's 4th and 1 and another injury timeout. It's one of their offensive linemen. All right, they're going for it on 4th and 1 instead of kicking the field goal. Let's try to get them to stop. Kind of looks like it's going to be a pass. Here we go. And Puka's open. Great. All right, here we go. First and goal for the Rams. Let's try to keep them to... That was tight, and they got that in. I have no idea how they got that in, but Puka Rakua with the touchdown. And that is most likely going to be it for the half. It's going to go in 7-7, but there were so many players there. We had 3 guys in the vicinity, and they couldn't stop them. Here comes the extra point, and it is good. We're just going to go into halftime, give it to Spears. Nice run, actually, from him, but we're just going to go into halftime. All right, here is the halftime report. We have the Washington Commanders in Green Bay. It looks like Washington is going to win this game. 35-21. Seattle Seahawks and Pittsburgh Steelers. Darnold out here slinging it to... I am not sure who exactly. But it was to Davis, and they are halftime 13-3. Buffalo Bills to Jets. This is a game Buffalo will lose. Probably. You know, they like to... Yep, of course. Fields going to... Oh, it's only... Oh, my gosh. 6-21. Yeah, that's what I would expect. Yep. All right. That is your halftime report. These are the scores around the league. And that'll be it. Let's get into our second half. All right. Here is the second half kickoff. And we are off. And we got it to the 30. Not terrible. All right, going to run it with Spears. Not the whole out we wanted enough. All right, here we go. 2nd and 8. Bad pass. Hellman, Ridley, I believe, possibly was getting hung up. That last play was just very congested and did not totally work for us. And another almost interception. All right. Well, we got a punt. Here it comes. Decent looking punt. Get him down. And fair catch called for at the 26. All right. Defense has to continue to show up. Nice tackle for loss. All right. Here we go. 2nd and 12. For the Rams. Oh, I missed them. All right, 3rd and 2. believe it's going to be more likely a pass. If it's a run, then nice play by Jones. He was injured earlier. He could still be injured, but he made a beautiful play, and they have to punt. That is amazing defense from the Titans is showing up today. And here we go with the return. Decent, decent, decent. To the 43. 1st and 10 for the Tennessee Titans. Here comes the snap. Going to Spears. Decent hole. Gain of only 4. Wow. Alright, here is 2nd and 6. Passing. Gonna try my tight end. Nope. Helm couldn't hold on. I thought if I maybe lead that down, he might have a chance at it. It is 3rd and 6 now. And we need something. I think we got DK over the middle. Yep. Alright. Gonna stick with a throw in the ball. Here comes a throw. Getting sacked. Couldn't even see anybody before getting sacked. Alright, now we need to throw, which is not what I wanted to do. And not what I wanted to get into. But here we are. 2nd and 16. Just gonna try to pick up... Oh. He slipped. Only picked up 3. Alright, here's 3rd and 13. Not a great position. Kind of later. Why do I go to him? And here we go with the punt. And it is off. Not sure how well it's going to be. Decent. It's not great. It's not terrible. Alright, Rams 1st and 10 on 15. Here comes a run. Nope. Super sack. We were both coming flying in there. Loss of 9. Alright, come on, Titans defense. You are showing up like everything we needed. Last pass was to Adams. Just went down quickly. 3rd and 13. Need to continue with the stop. Puka over the middle. If I drop back a little bit to cover Puka, he had Adams. It was bad either way. Small run on 1st down. 2nd and 6. Titans, come on. Run. 3rd and inches. I would say their line is holding up very well. We're not getting as much... Oh, it was a QB sneak. Wasn't prepared for that. Yeah, their line has been holding up well for the run. And... yeah, they're just running all over us. I think I need to switch up. And that is the end of the 3rd quarter. Alright, here comes 2nd and 1. Quick outside run. We had a guy in the backfield. Didn't get him. Alright, 1st and 10 for the Rams. Too many yards on the run for them. And just seems every second they have a hole. Not there. Loss of 2. Alright, here comes 3rd and 7. Oh, we had him. And he actually slipped and that messed me up. Alright, another 1st down for the Rams. Not going well. Not what we want. Oh, I got blown up. And it's 1st and goal. Getting booed by the fans. This is not great. We definitely have a chance in this game, and we can't seem to stop them on defense when it matters. Decent stop. Injury timeout. Oh, who is it now? Hooker. Great. Alright. 2nd and goal. 7-7, holding them to 3 here would be amazing. Sweat with the tackle. Elbow bursitis for Hooker. We'll bring in the backup. It will be 3rd and goal. They're going with a pass. Oh, a screen, and we're not there. Didn't see it. Didn't read it at all. Banging my head against the wall. The extra point after try. It is good. We need to find the offense that we had last week. I felt like we were moving the ball much better. Right, here we go. We're almost sacked instantly. Ridley's wide open. He dropped the ball. All right, Ridley's disappointing. Here we go on 2nd and 10. Not sure why he couldn't catch that. He was wide the heck open. DK was wide open and we couldn't get to him. Where this drive is just going so well. All right, here we go. We need this first down. Dyke over the middle. Catches it. There we go. Got the first down. Let's get moving. Here we go. Another first down. Yeah, that I didn't like, and it was close. Did try to lead the pass up. Didn't get like it was in the rain. Trying to screen here. Another screen. Just, yeah. Couldn't get it off. Spears didn't have a boost. Alright, and we're in danger zone again. Here we go. I wanted Ridley and I double clicked the button. And we're gonna have to punt. This is not good. Here comes the punt. It's a bad punt. Not that bad, actually. Well, a little bad. Defense needs to show up. The Titans offense has not shown up today. Defense has, though. Sweat with the tackle. Alright, here comes 2nd and 10. Plenty of time still. Just need a stop. Taking a flag. Interesting. Not sure what that was about. Yeah. Alright. 2nd and 15 for the Rams. Puka with a nice route, even though he's slipping all over the place. And that is your 2-minute warning. Not great. We do have all 3 timeouts. We just need to stop. Hopefully we can get something in the rain. Please do not call. Okay, no, that was on the Rams. Holding will just decline. That scared me. On that last play, I thought they were going to call me for defensive pass interference. We got one of those calls last game that was ridiculous. Or it wasn't pass interference. It was roughing the passer. Didn't even touch the guy. All right, here comes your Tennessee Titans. We need something. Got Dyke. He catches it. Whoo-wee. That was nice. I let it too deep. That's on me. But he caught it. He went up and got it. Now it's time to play a little bit more safe. And be a little bit more... Wow, they are really ready to stop the run. Alright, here's 2nd and 10. Ridley's wide open. He slips. But it's 1st and goal. Gonna run the ball. Keep the clock running. Just want to pick up... Wow, not many yards. Alright, calling a timeout at 20 seconds. Want to give us enough time to score, but not the Rams any time to have after us. Alright, here comes risky moments of the game. We have 2 timeouts, though. Can throw over the middle of the field. Dyke wide open. Not a touchdown. We'll call a timeout. I am already debating in my mind going for 2. Not sure if that's a good idea. Alright, Ward in the backfield. Need this. Here we go. Dyke over the middle. Or DK over the middle. Could get to him. 4th and goal. We have no other options. This is it. Here we go. I'm going to give him a shot and... Oh! I'm not sure, if I was looking at the right guy. I thought he might burn. Was anybody particularly open? Ridley was covered still. DK might have had a shot. He might have been the best one. I thought he was gonna... The ball wasn't thrown. It should have been thrown out to the top of the end zone. And it was thrown in and farther out, but it just gave the DBs and linebackers just such a better position at the ball. Did not see anybody else that could even be open. Not even sure where Spears was. He was blocking. Yeah, Ridley could have been open. Like, no, I don't think so. Oh boy, another loss. Well, unless we can get Blitz and get in here and sack him. Get him. Okay, we have a shot. We do have a shot, but I think it would take a run back because I don't think we're going to be able to get it down. It did not land in the landing zone. We have a shot. Not sure what we have that's going to be the best. Maybe Ridley Burns. That would be crazy. I'm going to give him a shot. It was underthrown. We lost. Fought it out to the end. Offense was not offensing. Alright, your stats for the game. Not wonderful. Cam Ward, 13 for 26. Sounds like last week. But only 149. 50% completion percentage. 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Not terrible. I don't mind going 1 for 1 as a rookie. But try not every game. Spears was decent. We got away from the run, obviously. A little bit too much. Receiving, Dyke for 7 for 91, 3 for 41 for Spears, or 14 for Spears, 2 for 35 for Ridley, and 1 for 9 for our other rookie. And then defense. Defense was good. 8 and 8 for Snead and Hooker for tackles. Tackles for loss. Jeffrey Simmons was balling out with 3. Our left edge, who got hurt in this game, also had 3. Winston had 2. Jones had 2. And then a bunch of guys with 1. And then 4 sacks. We had 1 from Calais Campbell and 1 from Hooker. It was decent. We also did have 1 interception by Baker, but no touchdowns. We did have a forced fumble and a recovery we should have had from our left edge, but a forced fumble by Snead. That was a great play. Wish we capitalized on stuff a lot more. But that'll do it for this game. Alright, week 3. Quick storyline before we get into the second game. Storyline, turn it around. Yeah, we need to turn it around, yes. Oh, whoops. We know the team is in the middle of a rebuild, but 2 losses at the start of season doesn't require confidence. When are you expecting the team to turn a corner and get some wins? I don't think winning is totally our focus. This could look bad, and this could be bad on the media. But yeah, we're trying to get the best out of our players, definitely. And growth is a big thing. Obviously, in Cam Ward, our young receiver, young left edge. I would say back to the fundamentals. All players gain 250 XP. Not that big of a deal. Would have liked something more for that. We will set our regional scouting focuses. This one is going to be on wide receiver for that. Then for central, we are going to set the focus, I believe, on tight end, actually. And then for this one, we're going to go edge. Still looking for anything on the edge, DT, anywhere. Really anywhere. I'd be happy with anything. And same for this one. Is going to be edge. I'm not sure 100% if national is going to be edge, or not edge, sorry, D tackle or O tackle, offensive tackle. It's going to be one of the two, obviously, but I'm not totally sure what one I want to go with yet. I'm thinking O tackle because I think that's a more important, but anywhere on the offensive line we need help with. I think Cam Ward's played pretty well, but QB is never off the table. We've played 2 games. We'll see at week 13 when we do our focus players. And that is it for the Scouting National Focus. We are going to review the offers, and I like this end offer. I want to get better up the middle, and I think Zach Allen does that, and we are going to trade Tony Pollard to the Broncos, who we played in week 1 and lost. And we are going to welcome our new second DT in Zach Allen. And of course, I'm going to have to generate lineup for this and then redo everything, but I'll do that off camera. But Zach Allen is our new starting DT2. Sweat will be DT3 for us. And Campbell will now be a rotational player. But I think that does make us better. All right, another home game at Nissan Stadium. Here comes your Titans onto the field. And it is time for kickoff. All right, here comes the kickoff. The start of the game against the Colts. They are very evenly matched up compared to us, but they have won. They are 1-1. Anthony Richardson is their quarterback. Interesting. All right, here comes the Colts. First and 10. Hand it off to Jonathan Taylor, and he has got a hole. Oh, and he is fast. All right, we definitely have to watch out for Jonathan Taylor. We need some more pressure. And they are just running all over us right now. All right, here comes 1st and 10 again for your Indianapolis Colts. They throw it out quick to Warren. Injury timeout to one of their offensive linemen. All right, 2nd and 6. That was nice by Hooker. That was nice. I didn't even... That was crazy. It was a tight end screen. And Anthony Richardson throws it away. I was very focused on making sure that Warren did not get the ball. And here comes the punt. They pin us deep, it looks like. Yeah, oh, real deep. 5-yard line we start. All right. Here is the first look at the Tennessee offense. There was more hole on the other side. All right. 2nd and 10. Here we are. Okay. Yep. Let's not talk about it. We'll just move on. And it's 3rd down. Spears over the middle. Just didn't get it. We don't have the tush push in this thing, but yeah, that's what we need right now. QB sneak time. And we got it. Alright, 1st and 10. Gonna try running the ball. Huge hole. Huge hole. And Spears is off. Doesn't have much juke move. Try to get some more yards. Yeah. It's alright. Last week was good. Alright. 2nd and 8. Here we go. Just gonna check it down to Chicaquanco. And got us the first down. I didn't even say anything, but yeah, I saw that coming. Alright, after that terrible play, 2nd and 17. Here we are. Here we go. If Dyke can run under this, touchdown, DK. I keep saying Dyke. It is DK. Beautiful ball. Perfect placement. Perfect run under the ball. Touchdown, Titans. Here we go. Alright, here comes the extra point. It is good. Up 7. Alright, here's the kickoff. Little wobbly. Kicked it all the way through. Alright, they get at 35. Alright, here comes the Colts. It is a quick pass out to the side. They got a decent block, and it's 11, 12-yard pickup. Come on, Titans offense or defense. Here we go. Okay, good miss pass because my DB was nowhere. All right, 2nd and 10. Could go anywhere. Yep. Warren just beat a corner, and he's breaking tackles. Man, I feel like we just never can get on these players. And that's Pittman, and he's gone. What the heck? Here's the extra point. It is good, and it's tied. It was like a 10-second drive, it felt like. 1 minute. Here comes the kickoff from the Colts. And we are on our way of returning it. Only to the 25. Alright, 1st and 10. Spears getting the ball. Oh. Oh. He fumbled? Oh, gosh. Please tell me he was down. And they're going to booth review. Okay. Might be getting this back. I feel like, yeah, I feel like he was down. Definitely feel like it's not a fumble. We're going to go ahead. I believe it's going to be our ball back. If it's not, it's going to suck. Yep, it is our ball back. Spears with no fumble. All right, here comes the pass. DK. DK with a lot of room. Race into the end zone. Only has to be... Holy moly, this is a game. This is a game. DK with another touchdown. I told you. I told you he was going to be a superstar. Point after is good. Crazy. 39 seconds drive. All right, here comes the kick. They're returning. And we couldn't get the hit stick. All right, this time defense needs to do a little bit better job. They're running with Taylor. And nice tackle for loss. Here comes 2nd and 11. We need to watch this. Oh, this was a screen play. We're not going to totally get out there. It's 3rd and 2. Wasn't great. And that is the end of the first quarter. All right, here comes 2nd and 3. Empty. Saw it right away. Got beat. 1st and 10 for the Colts. Jonathan Taylor in the backfield. They don't hand it to him. And it switched me off the player. My big thumb switched me off the player because I had a sack. If the dude just kept running, we had that sack. This is wonderful. Warren with a nice route. I honestly don't know what to run. Man, we get cooked. Zone. They find something, they piece it together somehow. 2nd and inches. Could be a run. It's a Anthony Richardson run. They are just running up and down on us all of a sudden. That's just... What? Alright, here comes the extra point. It is good. Here comes the kickoff return. He got blown up. Alright, 1st and 10 for your Tennessee Titans. Here we go with a Spears run. He gets bottled up, but gets 2 yards. Alright, 2nd and 8. Here we are. Dyke over the middle. Has another running play. Holy moly. I have no idea what got into this offense, but they are playing nuts. Didn't get a block on him. Let's see, 2nd and 10 pass. Dyke open again. He drops it this time. Okay. That's kind of expected. I think on the last play, if I got to him a little bit earlier, it might have been good. Going with a... Oh, good halfback screen. Got blown up. Didn't fumble. Cam Ward playing a great game. 6 for 8 for 204 yards. That is crazy. Oh my gosh, this is a crazy performance. Alright, here we go. 1st and 10. Gonna go with the pass. Chigakwanko open. And it may be his first touchdown of the year. There it is. Our big tight end. Here's the extra point. It is good. Here comes the return. Decent return. Getting my guys out of the way. Defense hasn't been great. Offense has been on fire. I saw it and I did not execute very well. And not a handoff to Jonathan Taylor. Overthrow to Warren. We can not seem to cover Warren at all. It is very interesting. And that was a run. Alright, 3rd down. Need a stop. Looks like a pass. Whew. That could have been close to pass interference, but yep. Nice. Alright, here comes the punt. And the punt return. Decent. Got a few yards. It is the 2-minute warning. Alright, here comes your Tennessee offense. Here we go. Nope. I got out of the pocket too quickly there. Let pressure get to me. It wasn't good. I think Dyke has this. Nope. Just a little underthrow maybe. And I am sorry I cannot get Dyke's name correctly. And I did it again. It's DK. What is wrong with me? Here we go. I don't know. Didn't have anybody that I liked. Was going to throw to Ridley, and give him a shot. Here comes the punt. Minute 41 on the clock. And fair catch called for. Right, let's keep the momentum up on defense. Decent. Only a 4-yard gain, not terrible. Going quick. Here we go. Not sure what they're waiting for. They went for a quick pass. Someone got bodied. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, blow him up. That was good reading. I should have paid attention to that, but I was worried about the pass more. Forgot about the Richardson run. There was 2 guys on close to him, and they still couldn't get to him. All right, here we go. It is a 1st and 10 for the Indianapolis Colts. I used the timeout. Here we go. Try not to let up a... Yep. Great play by me. Absolutely great. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Pittman just couldn't get to him. It's 1st and goal, not Oh, we have a chance to stop him. All right. Could be a pass, could be a run. Either way. Here we go. What the hell was that? All right, here we go. Another pass out of the end zone. I'm pressuring him and he can't handle it. Here we go. Could be a run now. Not a run. Nothing, and he throws it out again. All right, we stopped him. Goal line stand. May need to do more pressure. They do get that. Here come. Oh, no return in the thing. We'll have 5 seconds. All right, we'll give it a shot. DK was open. He did catch the ball. He has 4 catches for 190 yards. Crazy, but that'll be the end of the first half. Stat padding. All right, here is the second half kick. Here we go. To the 28. DK coming out. 2 touchdowns. Crazy day. Gonna get Spears a run. Let's see what he can do. There was not much there, but could have been. Here we go. That is on me, but DK is too good. DK is too good. I throw passes that I should not be throwing, and he just for some reason catches them. I haven't had many receivers do that. And this is probably a bad idea. Did I just get defensive pass? Nope, it was on us. I don't know what I got. Offensive pass interference. That was interesting. Alright, I threw an interception. I shouldn't have thrown it. I know. I knew it right away. I was being stupid. Sometimes you just get hung up on something and then keep doing it over and over again. See, where is the guy covering the middle? I was the outside guy. Alright, now I'm gonna go in the middle. Here we go. Blew him up. Alright. 2nd and 8. Here we go. Oh, Jeffrey Simmons with a nice blow up, and then other players cleaning up. Here we go. 3rd and 12. Let's get this stop. Hit him. Yes, thank you. Gonna be a long field goal try. Let's not rough the kicker. I got it. 1st and 10 us. That was nice. Don't know if I've ever done that successfully or not. Alright, let's not go crazy. Let's just try to get something going. Not sure. Decent cutback. Alright, another run. Here we go. Definitely in control of this game, but need to keep it going. Alright, here we go. Cam Ward. Cam Ward is going to do it himself. And thank goodness he fumbled out. I tried to slide, and he decided to do a little booty shake, and that was about it. Alright, going to hit Spears up. Didn't like the outside, so cut it up. Injury timeout for one of their probably D lineman, edge rusher. Here comes the pass. Gonna go to our backup tight end, Helm. Decent catch. Gonna go for a halfback draw. Looks decent up the middle. Oh, they swarmed, and the freaking snap wasn't very good. Alright, we're gonna go for it. I don't like going up 6. Here we go. Like, yeah, no. Should have looked at Ridley, probably. I was just looking down the middle and... Or right in front of me down the middle, right at the line. Oh, another Anthony Richards run. It screwed me up. Alright, we need to get back into basics and... Calm down. We got a little too crazy. And again, what the heck? Oh, great. Oh, great. Oh, he has 5 rushes for 118 yards. This is just bad. Okay, decent tackle for loss from Hooker on Jonathan Taylor. All right, here comes second and goal. Another. Oh, what the heck? Did he score? No, he did not. Thank goodness. And their best offensive lineman is hurt. Third and goal. Here's where we need to stop. This could be a sneak, and it is, and it's a touchdown. All right, we're down 3. All right, here comes the kickoff return. Got plenty of time. Just gotta figure out. Just gotta be a little bit more basic on offense. 1st and 10, starting with a run. Here we go. Not a lot of room. End of the 3rd quarter, going into the 4th. 2nd and 9. Don't feel comfortable with a run. Gonna try to get it to Ridley or Chigaquanquo if he can catch it. Oh, that would have been a beautiful catch. All right, we're gonna need some players to show up right now. DK might. Nope, another interception. Throwing this game away. Would have preferred if it wasn't a pick. Should have just dumped it down to Ridley because a punt would have been better than a pick. Now we're likely going to be down multiple scores. Throwing this game away. I love to do that. Oh, I was there. He just has too much time in the backfield. Gonna try to dial up some blitzes. Get some more people in the backfield. There's a run from him. Blow him up. 7 for 130. That is ridiculous. All right, 1st and 10 for them. Okay, getting very unlucky here. It is 2nd and 4. Probably a run to Jonathan Taylor would be great to get a hit. Nope, gonna drag him into the end zone. Great. Here comes the extra point. Down a lot now. Alright, here's the return from Jackson. Kickoff return would be great, but nope. Alright, now we need some big plays. We need some people to show up. I think Ridley's got it. Threw it back shoulder. That was a beautiful play from Ridley. Nice throw, like it was where I wanted it. Ridley obviously did a lot of transitioning to get it, but it kept it away from the CB. All right, here we go. Just get a few yards and then call hurry up. Here we go. Helm. Not great. I feel like as a tight end, you should be able to catch that. All right, here we go. Got Ridley again. They caught up to him. And it's 4th and 4. All right, we're going to be aggressive. It's probably a stupid call, but we are going to be aggressive. And we're going to rely on our best player, DK. All right, we need to speed this up. I was trying to call hurry up on the last play, but couldn't get it. Here we go. Don't like anybody. Don't like anybody. Just get rid of it. If I could get anything but a run from the coach right now, that would be freaking awesome. And also have our best players on the field. This is going to be terrible. This is going to be terrible. That's terrible. Coach, would you give me anything? All right, here we go. Nobody. And thrown into the ground. Now we have to kick a field goal. All right, hopefully I can make this. Sometimes I get nervous. Here we go. That's going to be close, but they roughed the kicker. We got another roughing the kicker penalty. All right, here we go. We got some life in us from the roughing the kicker penalty. Oh, that was... yeah. 2nd and 10. Here we go. Gonna get Spears on a Texas route. Spears, please. Okay, I'm throwing risky passes here. Alright, here we go. 3rd and 10. Time for something, anything. DK? The heck was their DB doing? He had a shot at him. What is this celebration? Oh my gosh. That made me a little mortified. Yeah, he was right there, but I guess he was pinned to Ridley. Ridley was playing freaking corner out there, holding the receiver back. Crazy. Kick is good. This has been a crazy game. This is how all my games are going to be. I honestly thought we had like 3 touchdowns. Every play I thought we easily could have had the touchdown on that last set of downs. It was just, some of it was I was just seeing players too late. Oh gosh. Can we get some players up? Alright. Let's see where this middle read. Alright. Here we go. It's a handoff. Got it. 2nd and 6. It is a 2-minute warning. Alright. 2nd and 6. Here we go. Could be a run. Wasn't. He's got a lot of open. Send someone down. No. What? Can we tackle him? Alright, gonna have to start calling timeouts now. They are trying to put this away. This is not good. If we lose another game by like no points, it's gonna suck. We've been right there every game. I believe we could have won. Definitely mistakes by me, putting up more points than I commonly do. Oh my gosh, that's the first down. Is that out of bounds at all? Nope. All right, we're in bad shape here. There's a good chance we'll lose this game. Yeah, that's not bad. I don't think they're gonna pass, but they definitely could. They did, and we got smoked. Our best corner got smoked. Smoked. Well, it's gonna come down to an onside kick if we can get the touchdown. I'd definitely say I've made some mistakes on offense. Definitely. But my biggest mistake is defense. Oh, nice hole. Like, we just can't. We need to focus on defense. That is freaking crazy. I feel like offense has been good. We need a shot down the field too. We need players down the field. I like Ridley coming across. It's just gonna have to be checked down. And nice broken tackle by Spears. Don't really care if he's hurting. Just get up to the line and go. Gonna go to DK. Alright, here we go. Gonna try to go up to Helm. Didn't get it out far enough. Incompletion was fine there. It is what it is. Chigokwonkwo. Nice catch. Nice catch by Chigokwonkwo. That was incomplete. Really? He didn't catch that? Or, I mean, he was out of bounds? One. Oh, frig. Alright. Just gonna go to him quickly this time. And call timeout. There's no way we're gonna win this game. I'd like to put up another touchdown just for looks. This is a game we should have won. Defense got shot after, I feel like, the second half. I'd be interested in the scoring summary. Yeah, I just don't know what happened. Like, well, I mean, I do know what happened. Interceptions, stupid plays. Yeah, we just had a lot of stupid plays. But defense hasn't been able to, like, they've let up 20 plus points every game. When we look at these stats, they're going to be crazy. 19 for 36, 361 yards, 52% completion action, not great, but 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Rushing, Spears obviously didn't do much. We were getting bottled up a lot. Cam Ward, 3 for 41, very good. Receiving, obviously, it's a one-man show. I like one man, and I throw to one man. It's crazy though that he's just open that much. He's a 76 overall, and he's just always open when I need him to be open. I have thrown some dumb balls to him and led to interceptions, but he also has 3 touchdowns. So, yeah, it's unrealistic. It is unrealistic. I thought Ridley caught more balls. 1? I guess I gave him more opportunities, and then he didn't. But didn't we just throw to him at the end, like a few minutes ago, or I don't know. Defense. Defense is where we need to improve. 11 tackles for Winston. Snead was fine, but he also led up that touchdown at the end. 2 tackles for loss for Hooker, Snead, and then a few for other guys. We definitely didn't have that many sacks, if any. No, we had no pressure. No pressure from our thing. I definitely think, honestly, in the draft, our focus is going to be on defense now. Because honestly, offense is not terrible. Like, yeah, we've definitely made some mistakes in the world of this franchise. I don't technically exist, but I am the guy controlling them. But I would say the play on offense has been pretty good. And yeah, the play by certain players has been spectacular. Cam Ward, great. Chigaquanquo has been alright. He has annoyed me a lot. Helm, not so great. Ridley, like, he's like average, I would say. But yeah, like Cam Ward, 361 yards, 52% completion accuracy is not great. But 4 touchdowns, it was only 2 picks. It's not terrible. So definitely my mistake, but I don't exist. Yeah, I think we can improve. I think even though we're 0-3, there's a lot to go off of, and yeah, Cam Ward 51% completion accuracy is terrible, but he's up there with 784 yards. DK is up there for 545 of those yards. 8 touchdowns, he's got 6. Yeah, running the ball would be great. Spears ended up getting hurt. That could be bad depending on where we go. But yeah, there's stuff we can improve on, and I don't think we'll be have a 0 in our win column for long, because I think it's just defense really for us. We're just letting up way too many points, and some of those obviously are contributed to by offense, throwing picks, fumbles, whatever. But there's fight in this team, and there's definitely some chances to win. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoy. Look forward to more soon. Please leave a like and a subscription, and hit the notification bell. Trying to upload as much content as I can, and hitting the like button really helps me out, and the subscriptions really help me out as well. And I hope to see you guys soon, and I hope you enjoy the content.